loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Synesthesia Tarot, and today's pick a card reading is going to be looking at whether you can trust the person on your mind that you are thinking of. So this doesn't have to be a romantic interest. This can be a friend, family member, really anybody that you're thinking of. So we have 4 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with the Rainbow Heart Tarot, pile 2 with the 8th House Tarot, pile 3 with the Animal Tarot, and pile 4 with the Synesthesia Tarot. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pile you feel most drawn to. It's absolutely okay to be drawn to more than one pile. It's possible that there might be messages for both in multiple piles about the same person. There could be piles referencing different people. Just go with your gut and do what feels right. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. The important thing with general pick-a-cards online is that you kind of have to use your best judgment and discernment to know what messages are for you and what messages are not. So with that being said, go ahead, pause the video if you need to decide which pile you feel most drawn to, and then you can scroll down to the description box with all of the timestamps, find your pile, and we'll get into your reading. Hi there, pile 1. If you guys chose this Herkimer Diamond and the Rainbow Heart Tarot, this is going to be your reading, looking at if you can trust this person or not. Now, I want to start off with a trigger warning. If you feel like you are not ready or feel you are not unable to handle the answer that I give, because I will not lie, please don't watch this reading. Also, it's really important that you guys use discernment when it comes to a reading like this and trust your intuitive feelings. Things are not as always cut and dry as a yes or a no. This is a general pick a card reading, so it's important that you trust your intuitive feelings about this person, and you are in control of your actions, and I urge you to take this reading with a grain of salt. I am not the ultimate authority on trustworthiness. I am simply giving my opinion based upon the cards and the energies that I'm feeling, but I want to make it clear that I'm not judging anyone, and when I channel, it comes through me, not from me. Like, being completely truthful here, I hardly remember what I say in my readings, so it's important that you guys remember that this is something that, like, I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything like that. But I do want you guys to feel like you have all the information, and if I can help you with that, I am absolutely happy to. So I have your oracles already, but we're just going to start by shuffling your tarot first and asking Spirit, can pile 1 trust this person? Can they trust the person that they are thinking of? What does pile 1 need to know? Okay, so to start off, we have the High Priestess, the Magician, interesting, King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I see you, Spirit. And on the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. Okay, this is really interesting. Let's look at your oracles now. To start, we have the World. And on the back of the deck for the World, we have number 6, Contract. We have Rabbit. And the back of the deck for that, we have Apple. And then I took the back of the decks for these ones. So we also have Calm Within Transformation. And number 6, Party Leader. And finally, we have the cards Healing, and we have the card Masculine. So I would say that if you weren't asking about this is kind of a very specific situation, but essentially I think that this is somebody who betrayed you in the past. With this 7 of Swords here, we have a lot of snake imagery. And what's interesting is that I do think that it is likely that this person, when at the time when they betrayed you in the past, they were kind of in a party mode. They were not really interested in commitment. They were not interested in settling down. And I think that despite their feelings for you, I think that they either suppressed them or acted like they didn't exist. Here's what's interesting though. We have this calm within transformation and the Seven of Swords being represented as a snake. And a rabbit tends to be maybe a bit impulsive and kind of just in a rush, which is interesting because I wrote the card definitions on this a long time ago, and it actually says waiting. I feel like this person is healing and actually undergoing a massive transformation at this time. I think one thing that Spirit wants you to know is that your intuition when it comes to trusting this person is going to be incredibly important. But I do feel like this person is either the King or the Queen of Pentacles. And I think the other card is you. Because I think one of the biggest things that's important to note about this connection, like, you will know if this is your pile or not, because this is somebody that you have a deeply spiritual connection with. This is somebody that has betrayed you in the past. And I feel like this is somebody that you are anticipating coming in contact with or are currently in contact with again. This is somebody who in the past was not interested in anything that wasn't jovial and casual, lighthearted. They have been healing from a lot of their snaky behavior. And essentially, what Spirit is kind of showing me is that they were involved in a lot of karmic contracts with others that they had to resolve and release. But this also kind of speaks to their non-committal behaviors. But this person sees you as their counterpart. And the fact that we have both the Magician and the High Priestess and the King and Queen of Pentacles shows that this person not only wants to be a solid and reliable person for you, but also they see those qualities in you and they want to match that. I think that they're kind of hungry for you, and I definitely think that in the past they were more concerned about fulfilling any hungers that they had through quick and easy means. They weren't necessarily interested in being tied down or bound by something. But Spirit is kind of showing me that this person is closing out a cycle in their life. And they may no longer be, like, I'm literally thinking of Ariel, like Little Mermaid, like part of your world. And I think that they view your world from the outside looking in. And I think that this person actually really wants to be a part of your world. And they're really hoping that they can get the chance to become a part of it. I don't know why I paused there. I think that they know that they have to come right if they are going to come forward at all. And I think that they miss a lot of you, just a lot of you in general. And what's interesting is we have this, sorry if you can hear some kind of engine revving outside, I promise that's not farts. It's like they only see half of you. They're kind of in the dark. Like maybe they see you on social media or they get glimpses of you here and there, but they really don't know what's going on. And they really would like to be a part of your life again, or be a bigger part of your life. And I think that they know that these necessary changes that they have to make. I think that this person used to be a bit of a crowd pleaser, and also somebody who cared more about their public image than necessarily how they treated others at an individual level. With this masculine card here, you know, that doesn't mean that your person is male. It just means that your person has a lot of masculine energy. And so I think that they are trying to shed that aspect of them, not completely, but just to the point where it's not as toxic, which I don't even really want to say the word toxic, because I feel like that word is thrown around a lot. But the fact that we have the Seven of Swords on the back of the deck, this shows me that this person definitely already betrayed your trust. And Calm Within Transformation is showing me that this person is actively trying to heal and change and become better, because they're no longer satisfied by the things that they once were. The Magician card is indicative of a soulmate type energy, if that resonates with you. And what's interesting is that underneath this apple card on the back of the deck, we have this noose in reverse. And I feel like they're kind of hoping with this Magician card to revive this connection in some way. I feel like they see you as their counterpart. They see you as the person that they want to be with, someone that they want to start a family with. They want to be solid and committed to you. And I think it's important to note that we have two separate levels of counterparts. We have the High Priestess and the Magician, and both of these characters are very spiritually powerful. And I think that no matter what has happened throughout this connection, you've always been connected intuitively and on the 5D. And I think that this person did keep secrets from you in the beginning. And I almost wonder if they were a magician in reverse at first. Like they weren't really, they were trying to portray themselves as somebody that they weren't. And now it's kind of like they're realizing how superficial and unsatisfying their life was. And I think that they are starting to see that maybe there were a lot of snakes in their life in general, preventing them from being truly happy. And I think that they are starting to take this blindfold off and see things for what they are. But I think the important thing here is that this person hasn't finished transforming yet. I believe that they're trying to manifest something more or manifest you within their life. But I think what's important to note here is that this person's intentions towards you, I think, are pure. And they want to show you that they are. But I don't think that this person is immune to maybe possibly making some mistakes. So I think that basically what Spirit is saying here is that you hold a lot of the power in your hands, Pile 1. And so it's important that you trust your intuition, especially if you've been trying to manifest this back, and keep your boundaries, your expectations clear with this person. Because if you don't want something casual, if you want something real, something committed, then you need to hold true to that. Of course, if that's not what you want, do what you want, go crazy. And like I said before, I know I said that this doesn't have to be about romantic connections, but for this pile, it just kind of blatantly is. But I think one thing that Spirit might be warning you about is that if this person is trying to show you that they've changed and is trying to be better and shed this skin and transform and become something new, like they're making leaps and bounds with progress, it's really going to harm the both of you if you, I'm not saying you do this, but if you get these feelings like you're not trusting this person, or you're worried, or you never ever give them the benefit of the doubt, or you feel like you can't trust them, then maybe pursuing this connection wholeheartedly is not the best, because I think that this person is going to feel really discouraged if they're trying to show you that they've changed. and you're not interested in hearing it. But I think that the most important thing here is trusting your intuition and kind of allowing that to be the first thing that you rely upon when it comes to discerning whether this person is being honest or not. I think that you guys are both growing, though. I think that this is a connection where you both have undergone a lot of growth, and there were spiritual lessons that you both needed to learn here that I think are being learned, have been learned, and you will continue to be learning. I think that you're both healing here, and you both are learning to trust what you feel intuitively. And although I don't think that you both are entirely on the same page yet, like maybe you're not in contact with this person, maybe there's still things that need to happen here, I think that there's kind of something pretty straightforward here where if you know deep down that this is the person you want to be with, if you know deep down like this is your counterpart, and even if they have messed up in the past, like you can overlook it and forgive it so long as they've changed, I think this is a really good sign that, yeah, you can trust this person. But ultimately, you need to trust your intuitive gut feelings first and foremost. But you could actually end up hurting this connection if you refuse to be open and trust again. But like I said earlier, it's up to you if you want to trust them. You don't have to trust them, but I think in connections like this, it is important to have trust. You know, the King and the Queen of Pentacles are not only nurturing, but they're stable, they're reliable, they're committed, they're protective. This is somebody trustworthy. And I think that if they did betray you in the past, they've learned from these mistakes. They've been shedding that old skin. They've been trying to get better and trying to be a better person. And I think this person wants to show you that they have been getting better. So ultimately, I think that this is just going to be confirming a lot of intuitive feelings. There have been a lot of union energies as of late. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this is some kind of divine counterpart that did betray you in the past. And you could very likely have something new with them in the future. I think that maybe there was sneaky or deceptive behavior on both ends, and I don't think all of it was like intentional. I think that neither of you really just wanted to be upfront about your true feelings for one another, because I think that you were both afraid of what the people around you would think, either mutual friends or friends on either side. But also, I think Spirit is really saying that a lot of the things that happened here were kind of just meant to happen and were going to happen because they were meant to teach you really important lessons to grow into the people that you are becoming. But I feel like this is a connection where you both want to be generous with one another. You both want to be able to trust one another. And I think that once you're able to shed that old skin, to shed the things that you no longer need, that are no longer serving you, it's going to help a lot. And if you've been manifesting this connection, I think this is a sign that intuitively you should know by now that this person is straight up trying to manifest you. I think you're trying to manifest them. I think you both intuitively feel each other. You're connected on the 5D, but also this person now wants to ground things in the 3D, and I think you do as well. We have two counterpart energies. This is like really awesome. And I think that this is really showing about growth and healing and getting better. So I think that you can trust this person, but ultimately you should trust what you feel intuitively. Amethyst could be an important crystal here. So I would listen, if you're like having trouble listening to your intuition, I would like maybe get a hold of some amethyst and meditate on any questions you might have. But I am going to get you some advice cards now and see what advice Spirit has. I know that this one was probably pretty short, but honestly, it's pretty kind of cut and dry and clear. Like, yeah, this person messed up in the past, and you might have messed, like, I feel like there could have been mistakes on both ends. But I think that you both want to be upfront and clear with each other. And I think that you both are kind of standing in your power now and trying to be better. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 1 when it comes to this connection with their person? What do they need to know? So first we have no scorekeeping. I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. When an old grievance repeats itself in my head, I introduce it to my new tenants, tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records back and tell it to leave. So yeah, I think this is very important. What's funny is I was like, oh, I hope this card comes out. And I actually saw it when I was cutting the deck. So I'm happy that it did. And I think that this is really telling of if this connection is going to work out, you are going to kind of have to start on a fresh slate, because I do think that feelings were hurt here and things were tough within this connection. And so I think that if you want to let this person back in and you want to have more with this person, it is absolutely possible, but you have to be willing to actually trust them and not hold on to what happened in the past. Judge them by what they do in the future, what they do now, not by what they did in the past, because it does seem like they're trying to change and they are trying to take the lead in their own healing and close out this cycle of being like a court jester and like being immature. And on the back of the deck, we have depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. It's like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. So yeah, I think that maybe one of the things that there was lacking within this connection the first go around was that there was a lack of depth. Like, I feel like maybe this is somebody that you saw out, like it could have been a friends with benefits situation, but I think especially this person had a lot of secrets from like, and they weren't like secrets they were holding from you. I think they were secrets that they were holding within themselves of just like past traumas or things that really affected them, and they didn't really want to either like lay that all out on you, or they were just uncomfortable facing it or talking about it in general. And I think that this person wants to show you those layers. Like, you know, in Shrek, he talks about how onions have layers. And I think that this person is a lot more complex than people might write them off to be or act like they are. So I think it's really important with this person, if you genuinely want to have them in your life, give them the opportunity to have a fresh slate and get to know them this time, and try to be careful to not hold them against any of the things that happened in the past. I think they really do want a fresh start here. So I'm going to get some angel numbers as well, see what else. So Spirit, what do you want pile 1 to know? What advice do you have for them? What angel numbers are relevant to... Okay, I'm taking these two. I think that these two want to come out. So first of all, we have the number 1. You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. I am innovative. And number 13, you are conscientious. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. I am confident. And I like this because I think that, one, we have another 1 with that magician here, but also 13 reduces to 4, which is the number of stability. And I think that there is a lot of stable energy here. And I think that there's a lot of mutual energy here and mirroring energy. And I think that this is coming back around. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you watched my last reading, if you were pile 4, because I use this deck, and I think that this is referencing pile 4 in that deck. But we'll go ahead and get you some charms and some letters and numbers and see just what else Spirit wants you to know. any advice they might have for you. We have a lot of earth signs here, so Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. But let's see what else. So pile 3 Spirit, what do you want them to know? Okay, so we have a Libra charm coming out. We have this couple that kind of came out on their own. Ah, I know that charm came out, but okay. I can't tell if that was the charm, but I'm gonna say it was. Okay, so we have those. Let me grab some extra letters and numbers. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm seeing pen. So this person might write you a letter or send you like a text or a message. But we do have, starting off, this blessed charm. So I think this is a sign from your angels that this connection is blessed and they are blessing you, and that everything that has happened in your life has happened for a reason. And it's important to trust them, trust your gut, trust your inner judgment about this connection, because it will not lead you astray. We also have the turtle here, which reminds me of more Virgo energy. And I think it's interesting because we have the rabbit. And I think that this connection the second time around is going to be a bit different. Like, I'm thinking of slow and steady. And so I think that especially with the King, Queen of Pentacles, as Pentacles are the slowest moving energies of the deck, this might take a hot sec. And I think that you and this person have both been in hermit modes. And I think that now you guys are reaching this point where you'll both will want to treat this connection with respect and kind of take things slow this time. I think maybe the first go around things were a bit hasty and could have happened very quickly. Things could have progressed very quickly. I feel like this person is maybe trying to catch your attention. They might be having, you know, with this apple, this talks about, you know, hunger and sex. So this person might be thinking about banging you. They might be really interested in that aspect, but I don't think that that's like their main intention here. Music could be significant. You could hear messages in music, or you could be clairaudient. We also have the 50-cent euro. So, you know, maybe money was an issue in this connection before, which is interesting because now I feel like there's abundance coming in for the both of you. And I think that you both are feeling more confident in terms of where you're at in life. Ah, sorry. I always drop the charms. I'm so sorry. But the number 50 or 5 could be significant. I think we have like a horse on this and the year 2002. So if any of those resonate. Let's see, we also have the Pisces charm, which says intuitive. So I think Spirit is saying, well, either you or this person could have Pisces placements. We also have the number 3, so Pisces and Aries placements could be significant. And I also kind of want to note when it comes to zodiac signs, like, you don't have to have them. They're just kind of displaying that energy. But even if you don't have those placements, like, it doesn't mean the reading won't resonate for you. We also have Libra, which is charming, and we have Aquarius and friendly. So I think that this person, you know, is somebody who is very charming, and, you know, they might have used that for superficial reasons, but I think intuitively you both know that there's something more here. And I think that this connection, this person is going to be friendly and maybe try to charm you a little bit and hope that they can, I feel like they're going to suss out the situation and see, like, if you're going to be open to them or not. But we do have that number 3, which is a number of divinity, or it could be referencing the month of March. We also have a 0. We have 2 zeros, actually. So new beginnings could definitely be significant here. We also have 3 6s or 3 9s, however you want to see them. I think these are actually all meant to be 9s, so 999. And then we have a 3 and a 2. So we have that other 3 as well, so 3 3 3. And we have that 1, so 1 1 1. especially because we did have that Magician and then that card number 1. Let's see, we also have North Carolina could be significant, or the Pacific Coast. I just heard the word Nancy, but I'm also seeing with this, like, see you soon. I want to see you or something like that. And like with this NP, like I feel like this person is hoping that there will be no problems here and that everything will go smoothly. So I'll zoom in the charms. Oh, and we have this little V as well. But I'll zoom in the charms. If you would like to look at them closer, you can pause the video. But pile 1, that is where I'm going to lead this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. I would love to hear. I definitely think that this is a very specific situation, so if it doesn't resonate, I would try one of the other piles, because the people who pick this pile, like, they'll know. They'll know it's their pile. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe if you're interested in more readings like this in the future. I am wishing you all a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and hopefully you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye! Hi there, pile 2. If you guys chose this tiny little Herkimer diamond and the 8th house tarot, this is going to be your reading. But before I start, I do just want to put like a trigger warning on this reading, because I am not going to lie about what I see. I am going to be completely honest, but I think it is important that you guys use discernment, especially with a reading like this. You know, things aren't always cut and dry as like a yes or a no, and this is a general pick a card, so it's important that you trust your intuitive feelings about this person and the situation you find yourself in with them. You need to remember, that was a fail, wasn't it? You need to remember that you're in control of your actions, and I urge you to take this reading with a grain of salt, because you are the ultimate authority on whether you should trust somebody or not, and I am not the ultimate authority on trustworthiness. I'm simply, oh, come on, bro, get in there. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. These cards are hard to shuffle. I'm simply just giving my opinion based on the cards and the energies that I'm feeling. I promise I'm not judging anybody, and everything that I channel, like, it comes through me. Come on. All right, that was a little bit better. Not from me. So like honestly, when I channel half the times, like I don't even remember what I say in them. So I just want you guys to know, like, I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm not coming from a place of like, this person is bad and you can't trust them. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with what I see, and I think situations are not as easy as like, yes, you should trust this person, or no, you shouldn't. I'm just gonna give you what I see here, but ultimately you are in control at the end of the day, and it's up to you. But let's see, let's ask Spirit, can pile 2 trust the person that they are thinking of? Can pile 2 trust the person that they are thinking of? And if you can't tell, I like wrote that down, because that intro down, because I did not want to get anything wrong or miss any parts of it. But to start, we have Gemini, the Lovers. So we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups. We have the 4 of Wands. Holy shnikes. We have the Page of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. So a lot of water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a little bit of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and a little, no, I think that's just it, fire, a little bit of air with that Gemini and the Lovers. Let's go ahead and look at your oracles. So to start, we have Book, Hope, Revelation, Ignorance. We have a Man Holding a Heart, which is interesting because this came out in the last pile. But we also have Smother and Predictions of Growth. And finally, we have blessings and travel. And I forgot to show the back of the deck energies. For these, we have Angela Carter, identity, and healer of the ages. So if you are unfamiliar with tarot cards, it's kind of funny because I'm always like, I'm not doing this about love, but this is 110% entirely about love. So, can you trust this person? Yes, I think you can. But actually, there's a lot of similarities to the first pile here. I think this person walked away from this connection, or you did. And I think that the ultimate message that Spirit is saying here is that you have to be able to remove your feelings from the situation in order to know for sure if you can trust what they're saying. I feel like with this Page of Cups, I think an apology of some kind is coming in. This person has very strong feelings for you and really wants victory in this situation. I mean, the fact that we have the Lovers and the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, these are all indicators of things like, you know, if you believe in them, I'm saying them, but ultimately it's up to you to decide what kind of connection is what. But like twin stuff, if you believe in that, soulmates, really, this is a really strong romantic connection no matter what. I almost feel like this person, like maybe if they came back in recently and they've been very like overbearing and smothering, like they've been all over you and you're like, okay, is this just like love bombing? Is this like too good to be true? But I really think that this person, whatever time you spent apart from them, or you could still be apart from them, maybe they haven't come back yet, whatever happened in the past, I feel like it was not as personal as it might have felt. I think that this person was truthfully kind of ignorant to this connection, and it made them a bit uncomfortable, because what I'm seeing with this Gemini, like the Lovers, is that you are definitely a mirror for this person. And I think that they did go off on their own, because at the time when this connection happened, they really were unaware of their own identity. And I think that actually one of the things that triggered them about you was that you do have a very solid sense of identity. And I think that that made this person uncomfortable because they didn't. And maybe you were really about this connection, maybe this smothering energy, maybe they felt smothered by you, and that scared them, and maybe they were just not used to love like this or affection like this. But I think this person is coming into balance with their heart space. They don't have to be a man, but I think that this connection was very incredibly healing, actually, and healing for the both of you. I think that you both really have worked on trying to understand self-love and trying to grow from what happened here. I do think that this is somebody that you can trust, because I think that at this point in time, I think that one of your biggest fears when this connection happened was losing this person, or this connection kind of going to shit. And I think that that happened. If not, if this is a newer connection and that hasn't happened, I think that Spirit is saying that you can trust what you feel intuitively, because at the end of the day, you always have the power to walk away, and you can always go and experience new things. I think that this person was ignorant to this connection and ignorant to how their behavior really felt towards you. And They really want to be victorious here. This is interesting. If you were drawn to pile 1, you might want to watch pile 1. Because these two readings are already like pretty similar here. But I feel like this person is coming in with some kind of message with this Page of Cups here, where it's either going to be an I'm sorry, or it's going to be an I like you, or something of that nature, some kind of sweet offer. I feel like this person wants to be playful towards you. I think that they do get afraid of getting too close to somebody, but I think that they see you as a worthy counterpart, and there has been a lot of healing that has happened here. So truthfully, yes, I do think that you can trust this person, and I think that you should be able to trust yourself enough to know what the answer is for you. Like, if you feel like you're not going to trust this person, then I think you can trust yourself enough to walk away from it and say no. But with this predictions of growth, I think that you both are growing right now. I think that you both are getting to this point. With this smother, I almost think of maybe there was a bit of like a codependent energy. And I want to be clear that codependent energy is not like just missing somebody. It's completely normal and natural to miss somebody. Codependency is more like, I can't be happy without you. I can't be alive without you. I can't function without you. That is kind of more codependent energy. And I think that you both have done enough healing to where this connection, whether it's new or coming back, to the point where you both are going to be able to have your own independent lives and not feel like you're smothering one another. I think that this person was involved in a connection where they felt very smothered in the past. And so I think originally that really scared them. But I think that Spirit is saying that there are a lot of blessings involved when it comes to this connection. This person wants balance and harmony here. And they're walking away from a lot of emotional issues that bogged them down in the past, like emotional baggage. And I think a lot of the things that they kept hidden underneath the surface, they want to eventually let you in on. I think they see you as their intellectual counterpart. And I think it freaks them the hell out that you can essentially read them like a book. I think that they knew that you could see into the depths of them. And I think that you're kind of feeling pretty good about this reading, because I think that you were also predicting that they would grow and that they would learn too. This is actually really beautiful. And if this doesn't sound like your person, then honey, this is not your pile, because once again, this is a very specific energy, and you're going to know right off the bat, like, if this is the person that you are thinking of. And what's interesting here as well is I think that there are a lot of karmic things that this person needed to resolve, and I think that they have. I think that they want to show you what they've learned. I think they want you to be very proud of them. I think their communication is going to be very excited with this Venus and Aries, but with the Venus and Cancer, I think that the more you continue to talk to this person and get deeper, they're really going to open up to you about their emotions. I feel like they feel very protective of this connection, and they always want to make sure they go about it in the right way. This person is definitely in their feels about you, and you're always on their mind. And I think that they're coming into balance with their own heart now. I think maybe their heart space was unavailable before, or they were having trouble finding their identity. And I think a big part of that was the fact that they were ignoring a lot of their emotional feelings. With this travel here, this connection could be long distance, or travel could be involved. So it's possible this person might be wanting to journey towards you. But I do think that overall, you know, this connection is meant to be a blessing in your life. And I think that this connection is blessed. And I think that Spirit is kind of asking you to just trust in what they are saying. With this book as well, I think that this person has had a lot of realizations about this connection. I honestly, yeah, I definitely think that you can trust them. But at the end of the day, I think that trust has needed to come down to you trusting yourself, pile 2, because I think that, like, this connection is something really beautiful, and it might have this energy of too good to be true. And a lot of times when we think something is too good to be true, we start to expect, like, okay, so where's the downside here? When's the bad stuff coming in? And we can actually kind of manifest self-fulfilling prophecies that way. So I think that Spirit is kind of trying to warn you, like, you can trust what you intuitively feel. And if things feel really awesome, then you should be patting yourself on the back, because I think that you deserve that. You deserve something really beautiful. You deserve something stable. I think that this is your person, and I think you know that this is your person. And yeah, I don't think that there is anything to worry about here. There's a lot of growth happening, and if you are separated from this person, I think that things will come around, and there will be movement. Travel at the very least could reference movement. So let's get some advice for you and see what Spirit wants you to know about this connection. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 2 when it comes to this connection? What do they need to know at this time? So we have surrender. Hear ye, hear ye. You are hereby being called to unclench your grip on any old thought patterns that are getting in your way. Surrender any ideas that make you feel like a victim of circumstance, or which make your dream relationship seem like an impossibility. The mayor of reinvention has just arrived and has made the following decree. Limiting beliefs about yourself and your life are heretofore, forthwith, and officially, indubitably declared for the birds. So I love this, because this is essentially just saying what I already said. And interestingly, on the back of the deck, we have depth. And the first pile got this as well. So as new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. It's just like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. So yeah, like the movie Shrek, I think that, you know, onions have layers, and I think that this person is kind of more willing to show you what's hidden beneath the surface now. I think they want to show you their depth. So if you didn't watch pile 1, you might want to, because I think that there are a lot of similarities here between pile 2 and pile 1. I think that this is something really beautiful, and like I said earlier, like, if this does not sound like your person, or this is not resonating, like, this is not your pile. And I don't mean that like a mean or judgmental way at all. Like, I'm literally just like, this is a pile where if you're watching it, you know exactly who you're talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And this is confirming exactly what you've already been feeling, if that makes sense. But let's see, what else? What other advice do you have, Spirit, for pile 2? What angel numbers are relevant here? Okay, so starting off, we have number 25. You have the great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Your curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you an immense awareness of the world. I am intelligent, which is interesting because we have that Lovers, and I think that you are this person's intellectual counterpart. We also have the number 17. The quality of work you can produce when you are going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. And yeah, that's like kind of what I was saying earlier. I think that one of the things that you have learned that from past connections or from this connection is that smothering anybody isn't helpful or useful, and that you don't have to do that you are an independent person. And I think that you have learned that your value is not determined by another person. And so I think that now you're kind of at this point where you can trust what you intuitively feel and understand, like, it's not that codependent energy. Like, you're not going to die without this person. Your life's not going to be over without this person. Like, you know that you're full and whole just by yourself, and that this connection is just adding to your life. It's not removing anything. It's not taking anything away. And it's actually really beautiful. So I think that you can trust your intuitive feelings about this connection, and I hope that this is confirming a lot of important feelings that you've had. But let's see what charms you get. So pile 2, Spirit. Okay. So, let me get some letters and numbers too before I forget. So, pile 2, Spirit. Okay. Put those in there. So starting off, we have the message in a bottle. So I do think you could be hearing from this person very soon. I would expect some type of communication, like with that Page of Cups. We also have this sun charm with the pearls. So Leo could be significant. You or your person could be a Leo. But I think there's a lot of clarity when it comes to this connection. And I think that you both have learned pearls of wisdom when it comes to this connection, which I think are helping you both and healing one another. I think you both understand a lot more than you did. The band ZZ Top might be significant for whatever reason. I'm seeing 2 Z's here and I don't know why. You know, things might be asleep between the both of you. I'm also seeing TF. So if that's a, you know, if that's the, if you believe in that concept of twins and stuff like that, you know, we do have the 4 of Wands and the Lovers, so take that with a grain of salt, or take that as you will. Why do you keep moving so much? You are weirding me out. Okay, we have this seahorse, and seahorses mate with one person for life, and I really do think that this person sees you as their mate. They want something more with you. They want to be your mate. Now, if they take action to do that, this is a general reading. You always have to listen to the energies. I am reading the energy at this current time. We have 2 turtles here, though. So this is Virgo energy for me. And, you know, this turtle says life is not a race. So it might take some time for all of this to come around. But I think with the 2 turtles here, you know, this is kind of just saying that I think that you guys are going to take things slow and steady. You might have both been in hermit modes, and I think that you both have learned a lot. You both have been growing, and I think that you're like kind of slowly inching towards one another and will cross one another's path eventually. We have the drum set again, so I do feel like this person is really hoping for your attention. I think that they want to get your attention. Drums or like clairaudience could be significant as well. They also could just be really thinking about you in like a sexual way. They could just want to bang you. We also have this guardian angel here, which I love because in this blessed card, it says protection, attention, love. Your guides are always with you. And I really think that this is indicative of the fact that this connection is divinely protected. Your guides are watching over you. They are protecting you through all of this, and everything is happening for you, not to you. We also have the 4-leaf clover. Sorry if you can hear my water tank turning on. And I think that this is a sign that there's good luck coming your way. There are blessings coming your way. And you know, being Irish or like shamrocks could have some kind of significance as well. We also have this little green charm here. So I think that you both are kind of operating from your heart chakras. I think that you are in one another's hearts. And I think that really what's facilitating this connection is the fact that you both are doing such a good job on loving yourselves and coming into balance within yourselves with this dragonfly, with these like little dragonflies. I think that you are acknowledging like your inner truth and overcoming any illusions you might have been experiencing. I think that there's a lot of beautiful energies here. So in terms of letters and numbers, we have a P, we have a Z, we have a Y, we have 2 Z's. So pizza could be significant, like maybe you guys had pizza together or something like that. We have an L, we have an A, we have another F, so we have 2 Fs. So maybe both of you effed up in certain ways, like maybe you both made mistakes. I feel like this person wants to thank you for how gracious you've been, or just being in their life in general. We have 2 9s, 909 can be significant. 0, we have 3 9s, so 999. 8, 5. We have 2 C's. Maybe Chanel is significant. Like I'm thinking of like the interlocking C's, or Prosecco. I don't know why. But I think that Spirit is saying if you're still feeling iffy about it, you can trust your gut enough to know the truth here. But I think that is all I am seeing. I'm also thinking of Zap Brannigan from Futurama. So if Futurama has any relevance, I am seeing that as well. So I will zoom in on these charms. I think that was my hair, sorry. If you want to look at these further, you can pause the video. But pile 2, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments how it resonates. I would love to hear. And if you haven't already, please leave this video a like and subscribe for more readings like this in the future. And it helps me know what readings y'all are enjoying. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I am wishing you all the best moving forward. And I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you guys chose this clear quartz and the animal tarot, this is going to be your reading on whether you can trust this person. Now, I'm going to start this video with a trigger warning. If you are not ready to hear the answer, do not watch this video. I'm going to be completely honest, but I also think it's important before I even start that you should all, when it comes to a video like trusting someone, it's really important that you use discernment. Things are not always cut and dry as a yes or no. This is a general pick a card, so it's important that you trust your intuitive feelings about this person or situation / both. It's important to remember that you're in control of your actions, and I urge you to take this reading with a grain of salt in terms of if it is intuitively, if it's confirming what you already intuitively feel, then I would trust it. But if it's not resonating and it doesn't sound right, then it's probably either not for you. You can try a different pile, or you don't have to watch this video. But at the end of the day, you are still in control of your actions. I'm not the ultimate authority on trustworthiness. I'm simply giving my opinion based on the cards and the energies that I'm feeling. But even then, I'm not judging anybody. I am not trying to sound condescending or anything like that. Remember that when I'm channeling, it's coming through me, not from me. Most of the time, I really don't even remember what I'm saying in these readings. So truthfully, it's almost as much of a surprise to me as it is to you guys if I end up even watching them. Because truthfully, most of the time I just like upload them and then I'm like, hope it's accurate. Okay, but so with that out of the way, I know like stuff like that isn't very fun to like go on about, but I think it's important to talk about, so I'm saying it for every pile. But we are going to start here and we are going to ask Spirit, can pile 3 trust the person that they are thinking of? Can pile 3 trust this person, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, decisive, focused, driven, impulsive. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the 4 of Cups. So then let's look at your oracles now. So to start, we have Emily Dickinson, the soul and wings, wishes, ambitions, wandering. I'm probably going to layer these a little bit because I just took your back of the deck energies. We also have journey and storm warning with the numbers 10 and 2. We also have potential and outcome. And we have good things, repopulation, and restlessness. So pile 3, what's really interesting about your pile is that I was getting like really clear messages while I was shuffling, and your cards kind of came out in different ways than I was traditionally shuffling for others, but I knew intuitively that they were your cards. The biggest thing that I kept hearing was a piece of advice. And I think that your guides have really been trying to give this to you. And the advice is essentially, when people tell you who they are, trust them. Trust them, trust them, trust them. Because when it comes to, can you trust this person, it's kind of a yes and a no. This is kind of the energy of somebody who is not satisfied with their life. With the decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive, I think that this person does have a way with words. And they can be very sweet and very open-hearted at times. But I also think that they are just as quick to pack up their bags and leave a situation as they are to be open to one, if that makes sense. And I'm kind of feeling this energy that you, the viewer, I could of course be wrong. This is just the energy that I'm feeling. I do think that there is a strong connection here, and I think that this person is genuinely interested in you. But I think that you might be getting in your head a little bit too much and thinking about what could be and how great things could be, instead of looking at what is. I feel like this person is kind of being open about the fact that they're not really wanting to commit to anything or settle down. This person is not very satisfied with their life. And I think that you might be feeling a bit of restlessness because you might be expecting something, which honestly, this person totally could have said this. And in that case, I think that they meant it when they said it. But this person is very fickle. And I think that they're not the type of person that necessarily likes to stick around after things get tough or things get tricky. For some of you, this could be a friend, but I'm thinking for a lot of you, this is some type of romantic interest. And I think that this person, no matter how old they are physically, they are kind of immature. They kind of fear something real, if that makes sense. I think this person kind of lives in a bit of a fantasy, and I think they like to fantasize about what could be. But I think when reality starts to rear its head and real life starts to happen, I think that this person gets fearful of that and they're not ready to face it. And so they would rather run away from it than face it head on. I feel like if they stay in one place too long, they do get restless and they feel the need to run. But there's one important thing, pile 3, that I want you guys to know. Because one, this has no bearing on you or your worth. This has no bearing on you as an individual. In fact, Spirit is saying that distancing yourself emotionally from this person could actually be a good thing. of course, if this is not resonating, then this is not your pile. But for those of you where it sounds like this person, I feel like Spirit is saying that you have good things coming, and you do deserve somebody that is going to have their whole heart in it and be completely invested. And I think what they're saying is what you throw away, we will replace with something better. Because I think that this person is dissatisfied with anyone and anything, because truthfully, they are running from themselves. They are running from the truth. You have a very powerful soul. And I think that a lot of the things, I feel like if you pick this pile, I'm honestly just confirming a lot of things that you already felt about this person intuitively. But I think that one thing that you have that this person is unable to grasp at this time is the fact that you know the depths of your soul much more intimately than this person does. And you can honor what your soul is feeling. I think that this person doesn't really know what they feel in their soul. And I think that right now their life kind of consists of these big ambitious dreams and wandering and trying to find the next best thing. They're not really very interested in settling down for the long haul and committing to something, because they're afraid of any stormy seas. They're afraid of any stormy waters. They like things to be lighthearted and happy. You know, they're the type of person who is so upbeat that they don't like anything to be negative. And I think when they're alone, they start to wonder why they feel so unsatisfied. I think one thing that they love about you is how much fun you are and how cheerful you can be. But I think out of fear, maybe you haven't been asking some important questions with this person, because one, I don't think that you want this person to walk away, or you don't want to walk away. And two, I don't think that, truthfully, either of you want this to be over. But this person, I'm saying all of this, pile 3, because I want you to know that whatever happens here, this is not based upon your worth. This is based upon this person. Like, you could literally be the richest, most beautiful, most intelligent, funniest person alive, and this person still wouldn't be satisfied. Because, and I know, like, literally I'm hearing the Hamilton song, like, they'll never be satisfied. And that's because this person always idealizes potentials, but isn't there to commit to any outcomes. They believe that there's always more to life than what they're living, and they're constantly searching for something that they can never seem to find. And the fact that they haven't found it in you is not your fault, and it does not have any bearing on your worth at all. And I want to make that so very clear, because you are so precious. And I think that this person realizes that. I think this person kind of knows that they're destructive, and I feel like they've said things to you like, I'm not a good person, or I'm not reliable, or like I'm a dick, or things like that. And I think that you have taken that position of wanting to see the best in people and believe that people can be better. But sometimes it's important to believe what people say about themselves, because truthfully, I don't really think this person has been lying to you about this stuff. I just think that this person doesn't filter their words very carefully, doesn't really think long term, I think they like to jump into new things, idealize things, and it's kind of like romantic interest ADHD. And like, as a person with ADD, like I would say that no matter what, and I'm not saying that in a defensive way. I just feel like this person is always trying to go after the next shiny new thing. And I don't even think that shiny new thing is a person, but like, I feel like they constantly need to be moving different places, meeting different people, being around different people all the time, and that can be intense. signs that I'm getting: air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and a little bit of earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, which is kind of interesting because a lot of these traits like sound like stereotypical fire sign things. And this person could be a fire sign. Like, let's be real here. When I name placements in a zodiac sign, that doesn't necessarily mean that that you have to have those placements in order for it to resonate. It's just a little extra icing on the cake if it does. But I feel like what Spirit is trying to stress to me is that this person in this situation has no bearing on your worth, and that gripping onto it really tightly won't change anything. And in fact, it might just be causing you more pain than it's worth, because I feel like this person is the type of person to run when things get real. And if you're wanting something real, I think that this person is not the person that you are truly looking for. And I think that has no bearing on the validity of the connection. I think the connection is very real. And I think that this person genuinely does have feelings for you. I think they genuinely see a lot of value in you, but they are not able to separate that part of themselves that is constantly needing more, that is constantly wanting more, that runs at the sight of anything that is not ideal for them. They idealize a lot. And I think that maybe you've gotten kind of stuck in that pattern. Maybe, and I don't think that this is necessarily your fault. I think that this person laid it on pretty thick, especially in the beginning. And I think that's because they did have really strong feelings for you. And I feel like they still do. But they're like innocent puppy love feelings. And I think that this person doesn't catch feelings very often, if at all. I think typically they kind of are just like the hit it and quit it type. But I think it scares them that they do have feelings for you, more so than it does when they just are in something with somebody. And I think that this person feels a lot of like, I feel like this person has tried to be really upfront with you about their character. And I think that maybe you've filtered it out a little bit because you haven't wanted to, because I think you see the best in this person. And I think that there are a lot of good things in this person, and you're not wrong for seeing that. But I think that you might have turned your brain off a little bit to the more negative sides. And when this person says, oh, like, you know, I'm never happy, or I can't stay in one place too long, or things like that, you've kind of been like, oh yeah, but like that doesn't necessarily mean like they mean that forever. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll always be like that. And I think that you're getting into this energy of restlessness because you're like, I feel like you're waiting for either shit to hit the fan or for this person to make a move and create something more here. And I think that you keep leaning towards this fear that shit will hit the fan. And I think that that is your gut feeling confirming something to you, that this person, despite what you both have and despite what is here, is not in the place to give you what you need, and you deserve so much more. You deserve good things. And this person sees you as somebody really good. And I honestly feel like this person feels an inherent sense of guilt, like they're taking you away from somebody that could be much better for you, or that could treat you the way you deserve. I feel like this person has low self-esteem, and I know it sucks to hear like it's not you, it's them, but I'm literally saying it's not you, like, at all. It is them. And this person has a lot to learn. And I think that, you know, there's so many wonderful attributes about you that this person loves, and I think makes it even harder for this person to face themselves. I think that maybe this person meeting you happened for a reason, and I think that this person might really realize that they're shooting themselves in the foot one day. But what I'm reading right now is the current energy. You know, never say never. Things can always change, but as of right now, I would trust what this person says, especially if it is, I'm not interested in a relationship, I can't commit, like, I'm not the person you need me to be. Even though you might see a lot of wonderful qualities in them, they clearly don't see them themselves. So it's not very helpful to have that perception, because ultimately I feel like you are disillusioning yourself in a way, because you are not allowing yourself to see the full picture, and Spirit wants you to see the full picture. And I know this might not be the easiest message to hear, but I think messages like these are the most essential, because Spirit is really saying that you do deserve this. And when you are honest with yourself, you don't deserve this situation. You deserve good things. You deserve everything that you wish for, everything that you desire, the type of person that is going to be there for you the way that you are there for them. And I think that they've brought you to this reading, and they've brought you to this message to make you realize that you know in your soul the truth of the situation, and you know what you need to do about it. I'm not saying what that is, you do, and it's going to resonate differently for all of you, and you're going to have different answers for each of you. And that's why I'm not saying like your soul knows that it's XYZ, because for a lot of you, I think that it's going to differ what you do exactly. But it's important to remember to judge the situation based on what is, not what could be, because what could be has not happened, and what is happening and has already happened. I think it would be in your best interest to look at the situation, to kind of detach with love and look at this person objectively, and think, okay, are you really the best for me? Are you the best for my potential, for my growth? Because you deserve somebody that's going to be down for you the way that you're down for them. And while I think this person really does like they see you as somebody really wonderful, they see you as somebody really ideal, but they themselves are just not ready for something like this. They don't know their soul as intimately as you know yours. And one thing that I will say about you, Pile 3, you have integrity and you have grit. And those are two things that I feel like this person doesn't really quite have right now. And so I think that you should pat yourself on the back for that. But also, I think that this is a situation where you're not stupid for believing this person. You're not stupid for allowing this person to be in your life. And I really don't want you to beat yourself up for anything that has happened here, because this is completely understandable. And I feel like most people have been in a situation like this. This is literally a situation where somebody is in over their head. And I think that if you are hoping for something more and something satisfying with this particular person, I don't think that you're going to get it, because I think that this person is going to run at the sign of danger. And I think it's important to protect yourself first and foremost. You might be thinking about this person's best interests before yourself, and I feel like Spirit is asking you to stop. And instead, Spirit is asking you to prioritize yourself first, because that's what's very important. And yeah. So essentially, it's kind of a yes and a no. And that's why I said in the beginning, like, things aren't as cut and dry, because like, just because I feel like this isn't a long-term trustworthy thing, because this person just simply doesn't do long-term. Like, they run at the sign of anything scary or anything serious. They don't like things to be serious, and they're just running from the fact that they feel dissatisfaction within themselves. And Pile 3, like, it's not your job to help them find it. And truthfully, even if you tried, they wouldn't listen anyway. Like, because they are so in their own head about it. Like, they really are. And I feel like this person is very fearful and never satisfied. And it, like I said, it has no bearing on you or your worth as a person. And I feel like Spirit is saying that they will support you in whatever you want to do, and they are giving you love no matter what. And whatever falls away, they will replace with something much better. And you deserve to not only know that, but believe that, and believe that you are deserving of wonderful, wonderful things. And this person in this situation has absolutely zero bearing on your worth. But let's get some advice and see what Spirit wants you to know, what advice they have for you about this connection and in love in general. So to start, we have, I am reliable. When I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even ones that may have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cereal factories. So I think that this is actually talking more about them than you. And I think they're asking you to look at their reliability, and if they are reliable, are they somebody who shows up when they say they do? Are they somebody who is willing to show up? Because we also have tact coming out. I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or a harsh tone can sometimes hurt others. If it feels like I'm walking on eggshells, I'll remind myself that those eggshells might be a shop full of china and that I might actually be a bowl. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. And so I think when it comes to this person, I think that you really care about them, and it's possible you could lash out of anger. And I don't think that that is your highest self talking. I think that's your emotional body talking. And when it comes to this situation, I think that going about this with tact and remembering, I think that this person does admire you and they see you as someone far better than they are. And so if you say things out of anger that are like, which by all means, do what you want. You're free to do whatever you want here. This is a tarot reading. Take it or leave it. But I do think that this person, anything you say to them, they will definitely take to heart. So if you say anything mean or harsh, I do think that it might really weigh on this person, and it might actually create more harm than good. And I think that you genuinely care about this person. So by all means, feel free to speak your mind if anything happens. But remember to speak in a way that your highest self would be proud of, and not in a way that you just say because you're in the heat of the moment. And I think reliability in terms of, you know, can you trust this person's reliability? Are they actually reliable? That'll be really telling. Let's get some other advice from Spirit about this connection and what they want you to know. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 3? What angel numbers are relevant for pile 3 when it comes to this connection and anything they need to hear? I'm gonna get you guys 3 actually. Okay, so we're gonna start with 20 that came out. You relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. We also have, you are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. And number 16, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover all important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. So I do think that you could actually teach this person a lot. And I think that Spirit is asking you to act by example when it comes to this connection. You know, like I said, I'm reading the current energies. By all means, this person could decide to want to settle down with you. They could decide to change that. I'm just reading the current energy, and ultimately every situation is going to be different, and intuitively you know what you need to do. So take this advice as it resonates. But I think that Spirit is really saying that, one, you're not only are you insightful, but you're incredibly perceptive. And I think a lot of what I'm saying is just things that you already know intuitively deep down. And you deserve to have harmonious connections with people. And if this person can't create a harmonious connection with you, then they're really not worth your time and energy, no matter how strongly you feel about them. Because if you're restless and you're just not happy, then when you're not happy, that means you're not on the right path. So when you are happy, you are on the right path. So be aware of that. Let's get you some charms now. So Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know? Okay. So to start, we have the bird cage here. And I think that this is kind of showing to like, there might be a trapped feeling here with this person or with you. And I think that Spirit is asking you to kind of free yourself. But with this flying pig here, I feel like Spirit is asking you to believe in the impossible. Whether it's this person turning around and things happening for the better, or things changing here and you getting exactly what you deserve, which is good things. I feel like Spirit is asking you to have hope, and that's kind of reiterated here with the star Aquarius energy here. Spirit is asking you to have hope for the future and believe in the impossible. Believe that you are worthy of good things, and that you deserve good things. We also have this elephant, and I think that this shows how wise you are and the maturity that you've gained. I also think that this showcases your ability to overcome any obstacles. And I feel like this is Spirit saying no matter what happens within this connection, you'll be fine. And actually, with this sun, moon, and star charm, I think that Spirit is saying that this connection was all part of your divine plan, and that it was really meant to teach you something. And while you might not know what that is yet, I think that you both were brought into one another's lives to teach each other a lesson. And with this XO here, like I definitely think that there is, you know, some type of love or admiration between the both of you. But I also think that maybe Spirit is commenting on the fact that I think both parties in this connection can be a bit stubborn. Taurus might be an energy here. And you are a little bit too stubborn sometimes to look at things objectively because you want things to end up in your way, which is totally understandable. We all do that. And I think that Spirit is asking you to look at things objectively. Let's see, we have another letter coming out here, which I'm going to get more letters and numbers. We have an I, but we also have this door here, and this always makes me think of when one door closes, another opens. Sorry. So trust that when things like that happen, it's in your best interest. Obstacles are just detours in the right direction. We also have this octopus here, and I feel like this is Spirit saying that you're very intelligent and you are very perceptive. You might need to work on your boundaries, though, because people might take advantage of your boundaries if you are too lenient with them. And so I feel like Spirit is asking you to affirm any boundaries and also to know your worth. Like, as this cat, you are very intuitive and you can trust what you feel intuitively. And also, you know, you have to work for a cat's love and you have to work for a cat's affection. So, you know, I feel like Spirit's asking you to be discerning with who you give your time and attention to, because not everybody is worthy of it. Let me get some other letters and numbers. With this IOX, I wonder if for some of you this person is not over their ex, or maybe you are thinking back to an ex. Kind of assess that. You know, I think that's going to resonate differently for all of you, but pile 3, letters and numbers for pile 3. Okay, so I see the name Sue in here, or a lawsuit could be significant for some of you. We have 2 9s and a 0. So 9 is Virgo and Libra energy. That's the month of September. We also have an O. Boeing planes kind of seem significant. We also have a bus. I'm also thinking of the word busy, sub. You know, if you feel like you've been submissive to this person, I think Spirit's asking you to stand in your power. And I think that they're reminding you that not everything is easy. But I also, with this, I'm seeing the word sus. So if anything feels sus, be aware of that. But we also have this O. I'm also thinking of bows, like the sound, and box. You know, I definitely think that this person, look, ASO, it's me. You can trust what I'm saying. I'm not trying to lead you astray. But also with this sob, like, I feel like Spirit doesn't want you to like cry over this or be too upset. Of course, validate your feelings. Do what you need to do to get it all out. If this is resonating, of course, if this isn't resonating, pick another pile. But I figure if you watched this all the way through, it probably is. And I want you to remember that, and Spirit especially wants you to remember that, one, your guides are always with you and they love you so much, and anything that is being removed from your life or running away from your life wasn't meant to be in your life in the long term, and it's gonna be replaced with something so much better. And I think that this person like is gonna come back one day and like say like I feel like you're teaching this person a lot. They've learned a lot from you. But at the end of the day, you know, I think that you need to honor yourself first and protect yourself first and not hold yourself in, because I feel like this person is looking out for themselves first and foremost, and they're going to do what feels right to them at the end of the day. And if I'm being completely truthful, like, while they do see you as a really wonderful person, they don't have your best interests at heart, because they're not really considering your feelings when it comes to how they act, when it comes to behaving this way. They're only thinking about them. They're being kind of selfish with that. And you deserve to be selfish too and choose you. So I just hope you know that at the end of the day, you have complete control over your actions, and feel free to do whatever you want. Like, this is just a tarot reading at the end of the day. Don't let it take from you. But if it's resonating and confirming things that you felt intuitively, then I think that there's merit in that at least. But I will zoom in on the charms here. You can pause it if you'd like to look at them closer. But pile 3, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, I know this probably wasn't the easiest reading to get through, but hopefully it at least confirmed things to you, because trust me, you do have good things coming your way, and what falls away will be replaced with something better. Like, your spirit guides are confirming that. But definitely leave me a like and subscribe for more readings like this in the future. I am wishing you all the best. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. If you want to give support to other pile 3s in the comments, you can comment down below and mingle. I love seeing you guys support one another in the comments. It really makes me really happy, and I just feel really blessed to be able to provide some kind of platform where people can relate to one another and give one another support. So I am wishing you all the best. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile 4. If you guys chose this part of a broken clear quartz tower, this is going to be your reading, and this is going to be looking at whether you can trust this person or not. So before I get into it, I want to give a little trigger warning. If you are not ready to hear this message, please don't watch this video. I'm not going to lie, so trust that like I will tell you what I am genuinely feeling. But with a video like, can you trust this person, I really urge all of you to use discernment. Things are not as always cut and dry as yes, you can trust this person, or no, you can't trust this person. This is a general pick a card reading, so it's important that you trust your intuitive feelings about this person and the situation. At the end of the day, you're in control of your actions, and I urge you to take this reading with a grain of salt in terms of if it's trusting your feelings intuitively. I would take that as confirmation. of what you've been feeling. But if this feels wrong and not what you've felt or doesn't feel accurate at all, then I would not take it as gospel and take it as something that you should inherently stick to. I'm not the ultimate authority on trustworthiness. I am simply giving my opinion based upon the cards and energies that I'm feeling. And I want to stress that I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging this person or anything like that. Everything that I say is coming through me, not from me, which I think is hard for some people to understand, but I also, I get it, because if you have never been a tarot reader and you've never channeled before, it's kind of hard to understand that, this person, me, I'm not really being entirely me. I am channeling from source, from the cosmos, from the collective, from your guides, to give you the answers that you need. Truthfully, a lot of times I really don't even remember what I say in these readings, so sometimes it's kind of interesting to read the comments and hear it back. But today we are looking at if you can trust this person, and I am going to give you my honest opinion based on what we see in the cards. So we're going to start with your tarot, and we are going to see, can pile 4 trust the person that they are thinking of, Spirit? Oh my God. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take those. And we're going to see what's on the back of the deck. Okay, 4 of Swords. So we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 5 of Cups. The Tower. And the 4 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I felt like those were for you. And honestly, I think it's interesting because you picked the broken tower. So it's possible a tower moment already happened here, and you're recovering from it. But let's see what else we have with your oracles. So we have Angel of Love in reverse and the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So one thing I want to say right away is that you actually have a lot of angels surrounding you and sending you love, no matter what this situation is. We also have Anne Carlson, the Intellect, and Toni Morrison, Power. We also have Appreciate and Community. And finally, we have Service and Alchemy, numbers 22 and 66. So, pile 4. Can you trust this person? Well, I think that you can tell right off the bat. I wonder if something already happened where this person betrayed your trust. And if not, I feel like you have been suspicious of this person. And truthfully, I think that your suspicions might be correct. I could definitely see this being a friend or somebody that you want to trust, maybe somebody that's betrayed your trust in the past. But this could be a romantic partner. And the biggest thing that I want to say is that, one, first of all, you have a ton of angels surrounding you at this time, and there actually is some positives coming from this. So be sure to stick around for those. I know this might not be the answers that you've been wanting to hear, but I'm going to give you the insight on this person. One message the Spirit is saying right away is take your feelings for this person out of the situation when you look at them objectively. Your angels are blessing you with clarity about this person and your situation with them. And unfortunately, that clarity might come through some type of tower moment, some type of moment that is not very fun to deal with. But the energy of this person is quite selfish. With this 5 of Swords here and the 7 of Wands, I feel like this person is a fighter, and not really in the positive way where this person is willing to overcome challenges. It's not that this, which I think this person is willing to overcome challenges, but I think that this person, ultimately, they are looking out for number 1, which is them. And they value intelligence and power over anything else. I think that this is the type of person who maybe tries to use others as stepping stones to get what they want. I feel like they don't really let people in. They have kind of a wall up, but they like to get to know others intimately. In fact, I think they have a way with this alchemy and this service of using their words and manipulating others to get what they want. And I think that they are maybe guilty of the silent treatment or acting really upset when you try to assert your boundaries with this person, or they don't get what they want from you. If a tower moment hasn't happened, I feel like towards this person, it very well might. And honestly, for a lot of you, I get the feeling more so that this is a friend than a romantic interest. And if this isn't resonating, then it's probably not your pile. But I do think that this person is somebody who never really looks at the glass half full. I think that they're typically kind of a negative person, and I think that they leave their heart out of situations. I think their heart is kind of turned off, and they don't act out of love. I think they act out of how they can win. And I feel like Spirit is really asking you to assert your power and stand in your power when it comes to this person. Don't allow them to use words or manipulate you into getting them to do what they want. You have a very strong third eye, and I think that you intuitively have these feelings about this person already, and I think that Spirit is saying that intuitively you are correct. If you have feelings like they could be like this, but at the same time they haven't done enough for you to believe that, I do think that your angels are trying to send you signs, and they're trying to give you clarity about this, but you intuitively know, and you can trust your third eye on your feelings about this. And what's interesting is that even though this is Anne Carson, it really reminds me of President Coin in the Hunger Games, you know, and she is that type of person who is willing to smash everything in order to get what they want. And sometimes they might hide behind noble causes, or they might have a lot of allies in the community that don't see this. But if you see it, listen to it. I feel like this person, in terms of can you trust this person? No, absolutely not. You cannot trust this person at all. I would not trust this person with a stick. They would like sharpen the stick and figure out how they can use the stick to like get what they want from somebody. I feel like this person is somebody who really just wants whatever they want, and at the end of the day, they will fight anyone that comes in their path. They will not go down anyone that gets in their way, and they will do whatever they can to see that they come out on top. With this Four of Swords here, I feel like they even have a way of leaving people on their toes, like not acting upon something to make them feel nervous or worry what they're going to do. Truthfully, I don't like the energy that I'm feeling, and I don't think that's your energy, pile 4. I think that's this person's, and it doesn't feel genuine. And if you feel unsure, I don't mean to make you anxious or make you feel like this is a done deal, like there's going to be some horrible tower moment and everything's going to come crashing down. This is the energy that I'm reading. And hopefully I am confirming what you feel intuitively. But at the end of the day, you know, you need to, when it comes to this connection, you cannot make decisions based on your emotions. You need to detach with love for yourself and look at this situation objectively. Is this person here for me? Is this person helping me? Is this person there for me the way I'm there for them? Do they help me the way I help them? And if they are, then this probably isn't about this person, and this probably isn't referencing this person. if you feel like you can trust someone, I think that that is usually has merit to it in some way or another. But there's a major lack of balance here when it comes to this connection. I mean, the fact that we have 2 5s and 2 7s, because the Tower is number 16 and 16 reduces to 7, I feel like there are spiritual lessons that you are meant to learn, and that you might actually appreciate this person, not literally, but appreciate the lessons that you learned at some point. And I also saw with this community card to trust what your friends or the people around you say about this person, unless you have bad intuitive feelings about them and everyone else seems to be like up their ass and you're like, no, this is sus. So this is actually kind of flip-flopped. If everyone else feels like this person is like kind of off, and you don't see it, then trust what your friends are saying. But if you see something incredibly sus that none of your friends see, then trust what you're intuitively feeling. Because no matter what, you're going to get clarity on this situation, and no matter what, it's intuitively up to you. But because this is a general reading, you need to take what resonates. But I feel like this is important for you to know, pile 4. This service and this alchemy goes to show that not only are you an incredibly powerful manifester, but also you have a kind and generous heart. And Spirit is trying to bring people in your life that will appreciate those aspects about you. And you don't deserve to give your time and energy to someone who is only going to use those aspects for their benefit and not help you in any way. I feel like this person isn't a very loving person. They really do like to act. I'm hearing empty words. Also, when I was shuffling, I heard the song Prospect by Dior in my head. Truthfully, I can't remember what the lyrics are to it, so take that with a grain of salt, but I figured I would put it out there. I feel like if you need clarity, call on Archangel Metatron. I think that he is there to help you through this. But I think the answer is pretty clear. This person, you might need to take a break from this person or distance yourself from this person in order to see the truth here. This might be hard for you to believe, or this might be upsetting, and I'm really sorry if it's upsetting. I don't want it to be upsetting, but I do want to give you the honest truth. And these cards kind of came out smack dab, and I think that they came out like this for a reason. Spirit had some important messages to give you, and I think that the people who truly love you and the people who truly want the best for you aren't going to treat you the way this person treats you, and I don't think that this person treats you very well. Like, this person has a gossipy energy. This person seems very jealous and seems like the type of person who will just mow down anyone in their way. Like, they want power and they value intellect over anything. I feel like they even like the idea that they can outsmart anybody that comes near their path. And I think from a distance, there's a lot of things that you can appreciate about this person, like the fact that they do have a lot of tenacity. They are pretty ambitious and have a lot of endurance. But at the same time, they are willing to take on anyone that comes their way. And then honestly, if you feel like confronting this person, I would err on the side of caution, only because I do feel like this person is quite combative and I don't want you to get hurt. Ultimately, trust your intuition and trust what you're feeling. At the end of the day, you know, my advice and like the energies that I'm reading are just that. You have the power to do whatever you want, and ultimately it is up to you. But in terms of can you trust this person, I would say absolutely not. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't trust this person with a stick. Certainly wouldn't put my guinea pigs in the care of them, that's for sure. Would not trust them with a rock. They would probably throw the rock at my head, especially if I noticed something sus. Yeah, this is kind of snaky energy, if I'm gonna be honest. And like I said, for a lot of you, I really don't get a romantic romantic-y vibe. So if you were asking about a love interest, part of me wonders if that might be in a different pile, or maybe this just isn't the reading for you. It could be. But I think that this person is somebody in your circle, or maybe not in your really close circle, but maybe somebody trying to get closer to you. I feel like this is a friend or a colleague, or just somebody that kind of reeks of fakeness. Maybe fakeness that other people can't read, or maybe you see value in this person, so you don't want to admit that you feel that fakeness. But there's something kind of bloodthirsty about this person, I'm not going to lie. We have a lot of air energy, a bit of fire, and a bit of water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But let's see what advice Spirit has for you when it comes to this connection and kind of what they want you to know. So Spirit, what do you want pile 4 to know? What advice do you have for, oh, pile 4. Okay, we have 1 popping out. So we have that reliability card, which actually came out in a different pile. So take that one as it resonates, but it says, I am reliable. When I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even the ones that have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cereal factories. So I think this is kind of interesting. You know, maybe if in the past you've shirked your friends off or have considered shirking someone off for this person, I feel like Spirit is asking you to honor your original commitments. But we also have boundless love. Today I'll open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again, and with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling this inspired and in this love, everything else sort of falls into place. And so I think the biggest thing to note is that when you are coming from this love mindset, you can transmute any negative energy. Somebody like this is not going to vibe with you in that boundless love. They're going to be kind of like, they're going to be repelled by it. And that's going to kind of show you that this is not somebody worth your time. But with receiving, I open up and allow myself to receive love in all ways, from all directions. It may seem scary, but it's better than receiving audits, bed bugs, or hate mail. I receive love, and it feels so good that I decide to receive it some more, and then some more, and maybe just a wee bit more. So maybe this person, for some of you, this could be a romantic connection, but it might be one, I feel like if it is, it's something long-lasting that's happened for a while, where maybe things were really good in the beginning, but it seems like this person is not giving you what you deserve. I feel like Spirit is saying that you deserve to receive the love that you give to others, and that you need to be willing and open to that. And if you're accepting this behavior, you're kind of showing yourself that you're not as deserving of that love as you think you are. And you are deserving of that love. You're way more deserving of love than you realize. And I think it's important to remember that when people aren't giving us the love that we deserve to receive and the love that we give, they don't need to have a place in our lives. And it's okay to take a break and, you know, distance yourself from that. So let's get some angel numbers for you and some other advice. Okay, that's all falling out, but let's see. Spirit, what advice do you have for pile 4? What do you want them to know? Okay, so we have number 9. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You're devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you are being of service. I am compassionate. And we also have 26. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I am tactful. And here's the thing, this person is not compassionate or tactful. They don't understand boundless love, and I don't think they like receiving love unless it's benefiting them in some way, like with helping them get more power or helping their understanding of a person or a situation. I think that there's something really beautiful about you. I think that you, the viewer, do have a really big heart, and I think that you deserve to feel these things and to live in that energy of love and be reliable to yourself and not allow somebody's words or empty promises to override that. You deserve beautiful things, and you will feel most accomplished when you are acting out of what makes you feel truly you. And I think that is mainly compassion and tact. I'm called to notice the fact that the flame is so dim. And I've kind of noticed for this whole reading, it has been very dim. And I feel like that this person has maybe belittled you a little bit, and you deserve to fuel your fire. You deserve to feel passionate and good about yourself. And I just want to say, like, pile 4, you know, just because this person isn't trustworthy doesn't mean people in the future might not be. And I think that you can trust yourself enough to know when something is right for you or not. And if things aren't right for you and allow them anyway, Spirit usually finds a way to clear them out. And unfortunately, that's through Tower moments. But I would call on Archangel Metatron to kind of help you get more clarity. But we are getting charms now. So let's see here. Okay. So we have the 4 of Swords coming out again. And interestingly enough, we have the piece of this tower that actually broke. So this tower moment may happen, or maybe it's already happened. And Spirit is saying the reason for it was for you to get clarity. But no matter what, this reading is going to give you clarity. Not this reading. Well, I hope this reading gives you clarity. Hopefully it doesn't make you fearful and more confused. I do think a hermit mode is required for you though, pile 4, because we actually have the 4 of Swords coming out again in this chart. This is the 4 of Spades, which translates to the 4 of Swords. If this is going to be very specific, but maybe for some of you, you might have been really out of touch with yourself because you're drinking a lot of caffeine. And I think that you're having trouble sleeping. I think that you need a rest. You need a lot of rest and self-care at this time. You might get some communication from this person or about this person that might give you clarity on this. I feel like with this, Spirit's saying it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. Trust your gut. You will get clarity in this situation. But also, like, you know, maybe with this coffee cup, if this person leaves you feeling drained and not energized, that take note of that, because that is typically something that is indicative of an energy vampire, somebody who doesn't have our best interests at heart. We also have this elephant charm here, which I think goes to show your wisdom and your kindness and your maturity, but it also says be happy. And I think that you deserve to be happy. And if this person doesn't make you happy, this situation doesn't make you happy, then you have every right to remove yourself. But I'm also going to pull you some extra letters. We first have the letter A. It's also making me think of like the scarlet letter for some reason. Pile 4, Spirit. Okay, a lot of letters and a lot of numbers. So we have 2 zeros, we have a P, we have a B, we have an L, we have an E, we have 2 U's, we have a Z, and we have an H, we have a 1, we have that C, we have 2 9s or 6s, however you want to see those. We did have 66 here. We have 22. We have 22 on that card as well. So 22 and 66 could be important numbers. We also have the number 8 and the number 1. I'm hearing the word celebrate. So I feel like there's going to be some good like celebrations coming up soon. So I feel like Spirit's trying to get your attention, put your attention on that. And I'm hearing like more power to you. So that might be significant. I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I just remembered a lyric from that song that I was referring to earlier, which is Prospect by Dior. And it says, she sucked persons. I'm just going to say persons because I'm not going to say the N-word, obviously, soul. And I reference it. Essentially, you could have very good head game And that could be from a lover that is not related to this, and it's just a compliment that Spirit wanted to throw out there for you. But also this could be, I don't know why, I just felt called to say that. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you at all. I just think it's weird that Spirit had to tell that to me. But I also, like, sorry, you want to know something really embarrassing about me? I still have trouble knowing my left from my right, and so I still have to do this. So I got something in my right ear, like my right ear just like stopped working, like it felt like it was blocked. So there might be something you're not willing to hear right now that Spirit is trying to tell you. I also just heard the name Bruce and Marcel. If you're feeling sad from this reading, first of all, I'm so sorry. But also, watch Marcel the Shell on YouTube. That always makes me feel better when I am feeling sad. And I don't want you to feel sad, but things like this are important. Maybe watch the movie Elf. You could get communication on your cell phone, though, from this person. But I feel like if you don't trust this person or you had intuitive feelings about them, you're kind of right. And I hope that overall you deserve to be happy. And if this person doesn't add to your life and doesn't make you happy, then I think that your answer is clear, but ultimately it's up to you what you do. So I will zoom in on these charms. You can pause the video if you would like to look at them further. But pile 4, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for watching this all the way through. If you did, definitely let me know down in the comments. Maybe give some support to other pile 4s. I always really appreciate seeing you guys support one another in the comments. I think that's really important. I'm wishing you all the best moving forward. I'm sending you all my love. Definitely leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me and shows me that you guys are liking these readings. Like I said before, I'm wishing you all the best moving forward. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever it is that you're watching this, and hopefully you'll come back and see me again soon if you're not too mad at me. Bye!